Greetings, traveler.
You can tell me which card you would like, and then I'll see if I can figure some stuff out.
Okay. All right. For here, I would probably go either with Jeweled Macaw or Kill Command, because lately I don't know. I've seen you can get a lot of beasts in your deck as a hunter.
Yeah, this one is a bit interesting. I think indeed the safest one is a Macaw. I haven't messed around with Freezing Trap yet, so we're not going to do that. But I think the Macaw is fine, right? It's the lowest impact one in terms of how you have to shape your deck.
Yeah.
It also works quite well with the 2 damage weapon. It works quite well with Hyena.
So here, Fin Creeper would be like the safe pick, I suppose.
Yeah, the only pick, I would say. The rest is a little shit.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Fen Creeper's okay. It's not great, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I would go Worgen or Ventrico, probably Ventrico
though. Interesting. So what makes you pick the Ventrico over the Worgen?
I assume that if I'm gonna go Hunter, I'm gonna go a bit aggro, go face, and that 7 damage for 5 mana seems pretty good. If I ever am able to connect it to face.
You might. So it is true that if Ventrico is playable, it's playable in a more aggressive deck, but you still have to look at the damage you're missing, right? So you're gonna get Ventrico out, and then your next turn, instead of dropping a Juicy Highmane, you play a Candle Taker for 6. So you can see that in the long run, you're gonna miss damage. And Worgen's okay, so I would just go Worgen.
Yeah, Worgen's okay. Okay. So see, these are like the kind of picks that are kind of confusing for me.
Yeah, so, and I can see why, because I'm still doubting a little bit myself. I have enough feedback that I know what kind of deck I want to build, but how we get there is a little bit of a different one. So yeah, I'll just talk about this one, right, because this one's tough.
Okay.
So Pit Croc, I'd say, is the safest pick, and it's funny that I say that, right? But I think if you skip the Pit Croc here, you're hoping to see Highmane, you're hoping to see Fungalmancer, and then you don't have to really push for 8 mana cards. Now, Pit Croc out of the 8 mana cards is probably the safer one, because Violet Worm is only really good if you're pushing on the board. It's phenomenal if you're pushing on the board, but if you're a little bit more off the board, the Pit Croc does a lot more. So if you are... Let's say we had 2 Highmanes here, right? That's unconventional, or uncommon rather. But if you have 2 Highmanes here, you can very easily say, oh, I'm going to go for the Phoenix to improve my mid game because I don't really need this stuff at the end. But if you don't have the stuff at the end, you will suffer at some point. So I would pick the Pit Croc this early because it's going to be guaranteed okay. Whereas if I pick the Phoenix and I don't get the big stuff, it might be a little bit awkward.
Yeah. That was the thing. Yeah, like I was thinking, okay, Phoenix is more tempo, but the Croclusk is more guaranteed probably. Yeah, that's better. Here I would go probably the Eagle Hornbow.
So specifically in this meta, you get a lot of good weapons. Eagle Hornbow is kind of put to shame by the other 3. It's funny enough. You get Candle Shot, you get Hatchets, you get Desert Spear. So this early in the draft, I would probably just skip over the bow and get the others. So I just picked the Animal Companion here.
Okay. It's just that, like, I'm very unlucky, so I usually never get weapons.
Well, I'm here now. I mean, I will definitely boost your luck factor, right?
All right.
You got a pro. You got a pro in the draft. It's okay.
All right. So I wouldn't mind a Spellbreaker. Maybe just like to get through taunts or something.
Yeah, I think Spellbreaker sometimes is difficult to pick, and here it's very easy. So I just pick it.
Yeah.
That's why it's more like it's not really a fundamental card. It's not a card that makes the base of your deck, but it's a nice little addition, and it was really cheap there, so it's fine.
Yeah. The Halftime Scavenger.
Pretty much only pick here. Yep.
Yeah.
It's acceptable. It's not like premium, but it's acceptable.
Yeah. I like Explosive Trap.
Explain to me why you like Explosive Trap.
It's nice. Hunter is like really bad at finding AoE. I mean, true that he has a lot of tempo and a lot of good cards you can play on curve, but Explosive Trap is it helps you get out of tough spots.
I'd say Explosive Trap is very hard to use and is only good in very specific archetypes. So that doesn't mean that this is a grand pack. So I will say usually it's a lot easier to skip the trap, right?
Yeah, that's
So
true.
this pack is rather terrible. I would say that because of how the draft is going, you need to be able to read the draft a little bit and go with it. I think we might just pick the owl, and then we have 2 silences. We could maybe be a tad more aggressive if the draft opens itself up to that. I still think the owl should do more than explosive trap. I think desert camel is pretty terrible as well. So
Yeah, me too.
okay.
Okay, so hatchet.
Yep. So usually I'm looking for up to 3 weapons. So this is one of 3.
Yeah, that's true. I really like the spring paw.
I think Springpaw is probably the strongest card here, but we do have 2 1-mana cards right now. So based on what I've seen so far from your draft, I think you might end up a teensy bit too light sometimes.
So maybe kill command.
So yeah, I think it's more about reprogramming how you think about playing Hunter. So, and this is all just from 5 minutes, right? But I think right now when you're picking Hunter, you're treating Hunter like it is an all-in class. Got to get on the board, got to push face, and then try to get there with reach. And
yeah, but there is Control Hunter. Like I have played a lot of Control Hunter as well.
That's the thing.
It's just that
it's
really difficult to get all those cards that you need in Control Hunter.
Yeah, I think Control Hunter is something Collins dreams of, but it's not an actual thing, right? I don't think Control Hunter is an actual thing.
Yeah.
Like I meme around about it sometimes, but I think there is varying degrees of mid-range. I think that's what you're looking at as a hunter.
Yeah.
And I think mid-range hunter is almost always the superior hunter. It's just how exactly do I want my curve to look when I am going to draft mid-range? And when you're drafting mid-range, it's not so much about I have to push damage early and finish them off. It's about I'm getting the board, and at some point, my board is going to be good enough to just start jamming face, and then I get there. So it's more about which turns am I going to start jamming face? How long do I need to keep fighting for the board? And if you're working in that paradigm, it's a lot easier to appreciate a card like Houndmaster, because then getting a buff, getting snowball on the board, and then jamming face could be quite good. Also, when you're drafting this mid-range hunter, you need to focus a bit more on how do I handle the really aggressive decks, because there's always going to be people being really aggressive. It's the arena, you face everything. So we're gonna appreciate some more reactive cards as well. Yeah, I think I picked the Houndmaster just because of the pings we already had.
Okay. I can appreciate that. Plated Beetle or Deadly Shot.
I'd say they're all possibilities. Explosive Shot deals uniquely well with Wrapped Golem, which is a specific interaction, but that does tend to happen. I do think that in our deck right now, we have a Spellbreaker and an Owl. So we always have to keep that in the back of our mind. A common mistake I see when people are drafting arena decks is that they draft too little just things to spend your mana on, like the Beetle, like the Scavenger, like the Fen Creeper. Those are sort of your cards that they do a lot of work without you noticing it. You being able to spend your mana on minions, a lot of people take that for granted, but if you're not constructing your deck in the proper manner, that's not going to happen. You're not always going to be able to spend your mana. So I think given that we have the Owl and the Breaker already, I think I would pick the Beetle. It is a beast that does work with Houndmaster, it does work with Hatchet, and potentially Hyena will pick up later. But yeah, you want to make sure you don't draft too many specific cards like Deadly, like the Silences. And having the 2 Silences means that unless it's really obvious, we're probably not going to pick a card like Deadly Shot right now.
Yeah, okay.
That
makes sense.
It's just, tailoring the draft based on what we have right now.
All right. I think the Wild Tamer is just the best card here. Gives you a lot of value. It has great stats, or not great, but okay, they're okay stats.
I'm fine with the Wild Tamer. We got a Pit Croc that can be rather silly.
I'm thinking maybe Arcane Shot or Bluegill.
Arcane Shot feels like a 1-mana bluegill in a lot of cases, right?
Yeah.
It also goes through taunt and everything, so yeah, I like the Arcane Shot for sure.
Okay. Basilisk, I cannot skip this card. It's too good.
It's a little worse in Hunter just because it doesn't push damage, but yeah, I'll still pick it here.
Okay. I really like Baited Arrow, but Candle Shot is it's just like 3 pings for 1 mana. It's perfect.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. So we currently have Hatchet as a weapon, and the Beast Synergy is a little relevant. We have Houndmaster. Putting a 5/5 Beast in our deck could be quite good. We have Arcane Shot for a small ping. We have 2 1-drops. I think I would be fine picking the Baited Arrow here. Yeah, this is more of a feeling. I don't think you're really wrong with Candle, but it's just more on what the deck wants, right? I think Baited Arrow is fine.
I was going towards Baited Arrow a bit more.
That's a tough pick, right?
Yeah. Gastropod?
Yep. Gastropod's usually free. Unless it's next to Rap Golem.
Okay, let's see. So I think it'll probably be Tiger here.
It's Tiger or Bite. I don't think we need the 3.
Yeah.
I think we're fine with Tiger, yeah. Tiger Houndmaster is a particularly annoying combination.
Yeah. Ooh, Razor Maul.
Yeah, it looks like we're being rewarded for moving a bit more towards those beasts. So
yeah. Okay, Violet Worm. Yeah, for sure.
So this is where we can look at that Pit Croc and be like, was it the right pick? Was it not the right pick? Yeah, we can take a worm.
Yeah. Okay. Nesting Croc.
So I'm just keeping track of our 5-mana cards, right? We currently have 3 5-mana cards.
Yeah.
Nesting Rock is a very high quality minion.
It has its great stats.
So we have 3 3-drops right now. We do want 2 more before this is over. And we have like 1 4-drop, 1.5. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think Rock is still fine, but at this point in the draft, I am a little bit concerned about making sure we have enough early game stuff. So
yeah.
I think Nesting Rock is fine for now.
Okay.
Because we do have some nice beast payoffs.
All right. Well, I've never tried this card.
And you should.
Okay, yeah, because it just seemed very.
I don't like it. I don't like it. No.
I like the Dire Wolf Alpha here for sure.
I don't like the Dire Wolf, but I think it's the best card in the pack. I don't think we have a very Dire Wolf kind of deck, right? We don't have Desert Spear to take advantage of that. We don't have Unleash the Hounds to take advantage of it. And we're not a deck that pushes on the board early. So I'm just trying to, give you the feeling here of like, yeah, we're picking a Dire Wolf, but we're not happy about it. It's more of a to give you an example, I would rather have a River Croc than a Dire Wolf in this deck. I'd rather just have something that's standalone.
I'm 100% with you. I'm saying like here is Dire Wolf is.
Let's go with the Dire Wolf then.
In this case, yeah. Do we need a Hunter's Mark? I think it's I don't know. Would I rather have a Mermy or a Hunter's Mark?
That's an interesting one. So if we don't have the 2 silences, it's a pretty easy Hunter's Mark. Because we have the 2 silences, having a 1/1 to play could be better. We've also just picked up the Dire Wolf, so it does work a little bit better with that. It also helps you taunt your Nesting Rock. I think we're okay with Mermy here.
Okay, yeah. Reckless Rocketeer or my option is Reckless Rocketeer or the Gravel Snout.
It's not really a Rocketeer kind of deck, but it's definitely a Rocketeer kind of class, and Rocketeer is super free here, so we'll take it. It's just not like amazing.
3-drop?
Yeah, Tortoise is pretty great here. We need a 3 and it's a beast and it stays alive, and we have Houndmaster and we have Razor Maul, so quite happy there.
I like this spell a lot. The secret, the pressure plate.
Let me get the win rates for you just in case I'm wrong, but it feels like it's really bad.
Okay. Because in Constructed, I mean, I don't know if a lot of people realize that the secret is provided or like they don't remember to play around it because it's relatively new.
So
And
pressure plate
and
clocks in at a 4% lower win rate than multi-shot, which is impressive because multi-shot's really not that good. just to give you some data, right, to back up that. So yeah, I mean, so I guess this is a part of my drafting philosophy is same with the explosive trap, right? You can take those cards and sometimes, right, they're going to be really good, but a lot of the time they're just going to be bad. They're going to be dead. They're not going to do much. And the less of those cards or fewer of those cards you have, the more consistent your draft becomes. So what we're trying to do is we're just trying to remove the conditional cards. We're trying to remove the cards that are like all or nothing, because pressure plate, it can be really good, but a lot of the time it's not going to be. So the fewer of those cards you have, the more consistency you're going to get. And that's what we're going for. We're going for average win rates. We're going for cards that are good most of the time. You know, multi-shot, you know, it's a bit conditional, but it's a lot less conditional than pressure plate. So especially now that they removed the minimum 2 targets.
I think Acolyte, to be honest.
I
don't know. I don't know. Like these are just all bad cards.
Well, I mean, Hunter's Mark is not a bad card. It's just that we had the 2 silences, and Mermy fits the deck occasionally. So I'll pick up a Hunter's Mark here. That's fine.
Okay.
If this is 2 mana, deal 3, a lot of the time that's perfectly fine, right? So
yeah, that's true.
Then imagine it dealing 4, 5, 7, 8,
right? Dragon Slayer?
Yeah. We could use another 3, and it's a good card, so take it.
Here, I'll pick up that money.
I think this is a good moment to pause a little bit and look at the deck. So take a look at the deck and you tell me how we win, how we lose. It's a good practice, by the way. If you're drafting solo, just pausing. If you're not sure, look at your deck, ask yourself, what do I need? How do I win? How do I lose? So I'll lead you a little bit here, right? Because this can be quite a difficult task. So do you think that we are going to run out of things to play? Do you think that our opponents are more likely to kill us because of their curve? Or do you think they're more likely to run us out of cards?
They're more likely to run us out of cards for sure.
Ooh, okay, so I would say with 2 8 drops and a decent amount of 5 drops.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, usually, well, I don't know. For me, when I'm drafting, I usually like to have maybe like 4 8 drops late game. I don't know if that's too many, but usually that's how I run things, like a little bit more.
Yeah, this is where average win rates would be useful, of course, right? Because you can see how it's working out for you. Do you? I guess it's more a feeling, right? I was gonna ask, like, do you know how you lose more often, right? Do you lose because you're running out of cards, or do you lose because you're off the board? Right? So
yeah.
I think when I look at
Cape
this,
Hydra is a great card too, I think.
Well, I don't even want the Hydra. So Bone Wraith is one of those like underappreciated cards. So what Bone Wraith does is it slows the game down because it's kind of like a Harvest Golem in that you don't really want to kill it unless you kill it completely because it's going to come back and have the same amount of power. So
that's true.
It slows the game down. So if you look at your deck and you're like, you know what, I think I have enough stuff to not run out of steam. It could be better to not get run out of cards. And let's have a look at turn 4. We have a Scavenger. And that's kind of it, right? If we don't have a Beast on board, we can't really Houndmaster. If they don't have a good multi-shot board, we can't do that either. And unless they specifically have like a Basilisk or a Tar Creeper on curve, you're probably not going to want to play the Breaker either. So
that's true.
The Bone Wraith is going to do a lot of work, but it's not going to be obvious. It's just going to be there, and you're just randomly not going to take 7 extra damage. Or you're just going to have that sticky minion that fills out the curve. So Bone Wraith is underappreciated, and I think specifically in this deck, it fits perfectly. And I'm not too worried. Now, don't get me wrong. I would love a Warbear, right? I'm not going to say no to a free Warbear, but this is not free. This is a 4-drop that helps us survive and fills out the curve. So I would go with the Bone Wraith.
Okay.
And I think that is also kind of the mark of like the experienced good arena player where you pick the non-flashy card, but the one that helps you, because Bone Wraith is just not an exciting card, right? Warbear is way more exciting. So
yeah.
All right.
Scarab.
I want to start experimenting with Mummy, but I'm not going to do that on a coaching session. So yeah, Scarab's fine. Scarab's fine.
This is. I just feel like that. Okay. Okay, so but a high main.
This
a
is
high
where
main
it's
against-
interesting. So if this is pick one, I'm slamming the high main. I'm not even looking at the flanking strike. But
Yeah.
then when the pit croc versus the phoenix comes, I pick the phoenix there. So this is where it's interesting. We need to ask ourselves again the question, right? So had we not picked the bone wraith, it would be an easier flanking strike because I could make the exact same case for you, right? We need things to play on turn 4. We have enough stuff. Now, high main is a phenomenal late game card. And we did just pick up a bone wraith. So I'm not sure yet, but I'm definitely giving both a little credit. Can you scroll down a little bit so I can have a good look at what we got there?
Yeah, sure.
We're not extremely heavy. So there's no wrapped golems. There's no war bears. I think we can get away with it. The flanking strike is phenomenal. I will go and say that. Flanking strike is phenomenal. But I think we can get away with high main. So I'd like the high main.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. All right, give me one moment before you... We could never pick high main in that last pack. I wouldn't always be the flanking.
Let the hunt begin.
Okay, so I'm keeping Wild Tamer, yeah?
Yeah, just the Wild Tamer's fine.
Oh, great. Awesome.
So guys, as we are doing the coaching session, there will be... Yeah, you can play the Macaw. There will be less chat interaction, right? So once we're done... Once we're done with the coaching session, I'll be here again.
So Gastropod is just great here.
Yeah, I'm just like mapping out a little bit, right? It's a good habit to know what you're going to be doing later. I think Gastropod and Go Face is fine. Yep, it's just good to...
Just great against his 1/4. That's what I think.
Yeah, for sure. But it does help that you have a bit of an idea of what you're going to be doing the next turn. Because sometimes you're going to have a play that looks great, but then your next turn is completely terrible. Oftentimes it involves using the coin. So I can already tell you that I'm a little uneasy not using coin yet. I do like getting the coin value out early. But given that our opponent gave us such a good trade with the Gastropod, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Consider.
Weaponized wasp. I'm guessing he's got a pain for 1, right? Oh my god, he does not.
Yeah.
So we currently have 4 beasts in our hand that we can duplicate, right?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I just like playing something that could kill this because I don't like this staying on the board for very long.
I know that we
Or-
can't play the Bone Wraith because if we play the Bone Wraith, Shadow Man is on the Bone Wraith, trade into the Snail is disastrous. So I think we do play Wild Tamer to keep that Shadow Madness a little bit in check. So I think Wild Tamer kill the 1/6, push 1 face is fine. Another Scarabs, just for free, so it's fine, right?
Yeah. It's Value Hunter. Okay. Yeah. This is fine, I guess. I'm not happy about it, but it's fine, I guess. Alright, I'm thinking of just playing the Jewel Scarab first, see what we can get.
I'll throw this out. When we're doing coaching, try to not hover over the cards. I know I sometimes do it myself when I'm co-oping, but it makes it, especially with a big hand, when you hover over a card, I can't see the rest. So
okay, sorry.
it's fine. It'll happen again, and it's really fine. No worries. So you're thinking Scarab and potentially Beetle over the Bone Wraith here,
or no, I'm thinking of Scarab and maybe coining out a 3-drop.
All right, so let's play Scarab. I think I agree with the first part. You should probably not play the one you copied, right? Because now he knows you've got another Scarab. It's fine though. Once again, it's a detail.
I guess Raid Leader?
I picked the Raid Leader, yeah. But I don't think we coin a 3. I think you just go Beetle and trade because coin high main is usually pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, Trigonometry. If I have not replied to a mail that I was supposed to, I'm probably not going to because I think I've cleared everything out. So please, by all means, send it again. Send me a reminder. You should see my inbox, man. People send mails. A lot of it is such clutter, but
It's just the problems with fame. Yeah.
well, no, not necessarily that, but mainly people that want to make money. It's like, hey man, I noticed you have a Twitch channel, so why don't you want to sell my T-shirt?
Yeah. Okay, so nesting rock is really nice.
It's pretty good, yeah. I'm gonna pass on coin high main in favor for rock here as well. So rock and hit him in the face seems good.
Can always coin the violet worm after playing high main.
Yep. Against priest, you got entomb, plague, and psychic scream now that deal with those cards. So want to keep a little bit of an eye on it. But yeah, in case there was any doubt, trick, just please mail me again so I can reply properly and set something up.
Okay, so we can just drop the high main, or we can trade play baited arrow on the 4/3. But I think just dropping the high main is probably best.
So here it's good to, so we can do our play and I can tell you what I'm thinking of later, right? So I do think that we drop the high main, and then what do you do from there?
Okay. I'll trade the 4/7 with the 4/4.
Yeah, and then just push one phase. So what could our opponent play next turn?
So 7 mana, I could play the 7/5 reborn that summons a 1/1 taunt at the end of the turn.
That's one.
That's always...
A more common one would be Warbear. So I didn't like the idea of putting a 5/5 out into Warbear. That was my main problem with that. Turn 7 is Warbear, turn 8 is Pitcroc. So turn 7 and 8, they're not good turns to put 5/5s out or 6/5s or something. 7/5s a little bit more so because Warbear dies, but 5/5s and 6/5s are pretty bad.
Yeah. Oops. Okay. So our opponent has not a lot. Okay, so I'm thinking of trading and then just coining out the white violent worm, to be honest, because we do have raid leader in case he does kill it with death or something.
Unless he's really bad, he shouldn't death and leave you with a bunch of 1/1s. Also, yeah. I think we would have seen a death. So this is a bit more advanced, but it's coaching, so that's not a problem. So I'm just going to do the play, and you just do play-by-play for now, right? Play the Jeweled Scarab, please.
Yeah. Are we going to baited arrow then?
We'll see.
Okay.
Desert Pierce sounds perfect, so I can go ahead and pick that. And then we can trade, equip the spear, smack the taunt.
Just gonna hero power? Or
I think I'm happy hero powering it. Hero power sounds fine. Okay, so this turn a lot of things should be going through your mind, right? And Priest is not a tough class to beat because a lot of the time they don't have it. But Priest has so many different things that they could have that it could get awkward. So Coin Worm, while I'd say 8 out of 10, that's a strong move that's gonna end the game fast. It could be 2 out of 10 where he's holding Scream, and then you Coin Worm, he screams, and then you've lost pretty much all your premium minions to pressure him with. So specifically against Priest, I'm a little bit more of a fan of holding back on the Worm until he's dealt with the high main, or if it's just obvious he doesn't have a way to deal with it.
Okay, so we're trading. This goes
maybe. You have a lot of other ways to deal with it. I'm just looking at that as well, because you can put Raid Leader down and then you suddenly have a lot of damage. Yeah, I think I would play Raid Leader. So you can do that.
Okay.
Handle it.
And then trade with your little guys, then baited arrow, then face into his guy. And then kill it with your 2 damage rush guy. And then 7 face. So this is pressuring him while not putting the worm out. So that's another thing against priests. You do want to chunk their life total, because if you never hit their face, they never feel pressure to do anything.
Wow. Okay. So I'm okay with hitting it with my face. 2/2 goes in. The 2/1, sorry, and then the 6/5 and the 2/2 go in, and Hyman connects face.
So
then just
face into his
play
guy,
from-
yes. Then take me from there. Look at the board, look at his health. So.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I miscalculated now. Okay, so I can go. The high main goes in, and
Yeah.
the 2/1.
High main and the 2-1 go in, smack face with the dudes.
Alright, I can just play the 2/4 drops and hero power or coin hero power.
I think I'd go for Bone Wraith and Mermy hero power. Just the reborn stuff in case he's got mass hysteria. Because you're good, right? Like, we're killing him. So.
We're playing the organ, or
No, I'm fine. I think it's Plague, Scream, Hysteria, or Game. So no need to add another thing into his answers.
that's true.
And this is very gradual, methodical pressure of the priest without ever giving him like an amazing turn. Are we good?
Yeah, that's lethal, right?
Yeah, I just meant there's some background noise, right? Are we good? Or it's not so good to give him the worm and the high main in the same board.
Yeah.
Let
Makes
the
sense.
hunt begin.
Should I keep Basilisk? I think so, yeah. It's okay.
It's a bit awkward against Rogue, but I think Worgen and Basilisk is fine. Yeah. If I didn't have the Worgen, I might just throw the Basilisk to look for a 1 and a 2. Because we have the Worgen, it's okay to keep Basilisk.
Alright. Oh, now we have Mermy too. So I'm dropping the organ.
Why Worgen over Mermy?
Well, I just like to have more power in case he coins out a 2-drop. Makes it awkward for him. If he
Is
has
it
like
not-
a 3/2?
Is it not more awkward if you allow him to put the 3-2 down and then Worgen? Because he's not going to put a 3-2 into your Worgen, I can guarantee you that. If you're fighting a Rogue, he's going to Dagger instead. So you should lead with the Mermy, right? Because this is the thing, right? You're going to Worgen, and then he's either going to do nothing, he's going to coin Dagger, he's going to play a 2-3, but he's not going to put a 3-2 into that.
Yeah.
So then you're just going to be stuck, you can't do anything with it.
I awaken.
Yeah, awaken. Yeah.
Okay, let's play the organ, go face.
Yep, we're gonna go face. So now if he daggers, it gets a little bit awkward, but we'll see. Specifically
thinking
Tomb
about
Berserker.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, you could take it from me. You lead with the Mermy here, right? You don't want to... Because you won't be able to go face with the Worgen either when he daggers. Which is far more
Yeah.
likely than specifically Tomb Berserker. I think his name is right. Okay, I don't know what that guy's doing. I'll take it.
Yeah, see, these are the kind of things that I have to deal with.
I will take it. Yeah, bump, Basilisk seems pretty fair. I will take his gastropod off his hands. I'm gonna go for some coffee after this, but you could just queue. I'll be back in time.
Alright, no problem.
Yeah, this is really good for us now. It's the dagger off curve.
Okay. I'm thinking of something. It might be kind of funny, but like absurd. maybe just try to hope you get like a divine shield on this again. Actually, no, it's just, I don't know. I was drop the 4-drop.
Scavenger trade for sure. I mean, if you're ever tempted by that, just say it out loud what you're gonna get, right? So
Yeah.
if you
But
play
then
Razor let's say you hit what you want, right? You get Divine Shield. Then you'll have a 3-2. He daggers it down. And you just have a 3-2 instead of a 3-5. So in your best case scenario, it's worse. So
yeah, still worse.
if the best case scenario, and I think best case scenario is Death Rattles there, by the way, or Stealth, one of the two.
Yeah.
But if your best case scenario is worse than the other play, do the other play.
It felt better in my head.
Yeah, but that's why I said the moment you say it out loud, you can evaluate it a lot easier. I have that too sometimes, right? I was like, oh, this looks pretty good. And I'm like, no, it's actually just trash. Okay, cool. The Nesting Rock is a little safer when it comes to getting value off your adapt. But getting the 2 bodies works a lot better into the tar. So I think I'm fine with Tortoise and adapt. And I think we can play around Betrayal. I don't think we're going to reveal our stealth yet. Or not. Oh, yeah. All right. So what do you want to do here?
Poisonous and just hold.
Ooh, well,
Actually,
you put him in the wrong place for poison.
Yeah, positioning. Yeah. 1-1.
I would pick health. Health is fine. 1-1 doesn't really change anything, right? Because you're going up against the 3-5.
Yeah.
And then just chill.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I say play around Betrayal, I mean put the stealth guy in the middle. Right?
Yeah, I understand.
It's real, like, once again, like, to be perfectly clear, I never care, right? It's fine. I only care about the coaching session. We could go, 1 and 3 from here on out through mistakes, and I would not care. For me, it's all about figuring out where we can do some work.
Okay, so Tortoise goes in, then Scavenger. Trade, play the Nesting Rock.
Are you going to clear his board?
Yes.
Let's put the rock down on the far right. Let's start with that. So if you're going to clear his board, you're either going to take 2 extra damage on one of your big boys. So I think Tortoise can go in. I think that's fair, right? Use some health on the Tortoise. But you see now that versus both Fan of Knives and Scorcher, it could be awkward to do it the other way around. I don't think it's awkward enough, but I just want to point it out to you that especially in a meta where Scorcher is there, making a 1 health 3 damage minion isn't always the right play. I think right now we're fine. So I think 3-5 goes in first, 3-2 kills the cat, keep it alive is fine. I just, I want that to be on your checklist of like, oh, am I playing too much into Scorcher?
Yeah.
Now,
Scorcher is kind of nice.
Yeah, Scorcher right now is like whatever, right? Like he can do it. It's not a big problem. It's on turn 6. But if your Scavenger or your Turtle for that matter had gone to 1 health, I wouldn't like it because then suddenly he gets too much. So keep that in mind. Do you have a Basilisk on the board? Do you have another Divine Shield? Do you have any other 1 health minions? It might be better to trade differently. Lose 1 minion to not lose 2 minions later. That's a pull.
That is really good for him.
In a rage. Sure. That's fine.
Should have played around it. Oh, hatchet. Excellent.
So yeah, you can equip that, you can press the hero power,
it.
those things happen. And then talk me through this. How is this happening?
Okay, so this goes in, Tortoise goes in, Nesting Rock trades with the Reborn, and 3-2 goes face.
I don't really like leaving Rogue with things. So first of all, are you playing the Snail this turn? Because if you are, then leaving the 2-4 up could be a bit annoying, right? I think you are. You can put the Snail on the far left. You want it far away from the Nesting Rock. So let's start with that.
It for sure.
And then I think your face always goes into the taunt, so you can do that too.
Okay, so it's gonna be the 3-5 in, then the 3-2 in, because so we can get the overkill.
Yeah, and then put the 4-7 and the 2-4. It's not a good expansion, or I guess I was gonna say it's not a good expansion, but because of Blizzard's phenomenal idea to make Plaguebringer evergreen, we now have to play around Plaguebringer every single meta. So anytime you leave a minion up against Rogue, you risk it getting poisonous. So leaving minions up against Rogue is just in general not going to be a great idea. Which is really annoying. Like, this, yeah, it's not fun. Because part of what you do against Rogue is you hit them in the face after they dagger.
So, do you want to reserve the pit process, or just want to play right now?
You tell me,
Go
man.
full face.
We're playing your game, you tell me.
I want to go full face.
I wouldn't go full face. I'd use face on the 3-2, but other than that, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
Right,
this
so,
is definitely trade.
Yeah. And then put the pit croc on the far right for now. You want to keep your big boys away from the snail for betrayal.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I mean, had we had a reasonable alternative, you can think about it. But Breaker is essentially just a better pit croc when it comes to getting through taunt, because it deals with Kartut Defender really nicely. So yeah, you wanna hold back the Breaker instead of the pit croc, and not playing anything is not an option here. Sure. Now, if we had a high main in the hand, easy high main hero power, of course, but I don't need to tell you that. No. He's currently still dead with the hero power, so we'll see.
Is the rogue coin in this meta?
No, I don't think so. I think that's MSG question mark. Chat will correct me. I don't know which set it is. I think he's slowly coming to terms with the fact he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, perfectly alive? Could be.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Oh, no.
No,
super dead. Super dead. Alright, I'm gonna get that coffee, but you can queue. Right. I'll be there.
Okay.
And we're back.
Wow, that's really fast.
Let the hunt begin.
Okay, so I'm taking out the high main and the multi-shot.
I'd keep the high main in this matchup. High main is exceptional at beating priests to death. And you have a 1 and a 2, so... Ah, see? Yeah, this is how a pro does it. Here we go. Keep a 6-drop, get a perfect curve. So this is a little bit more advanced once again, right? The mulligans. So you're going to do fine. Like if you throw the high main in most cases, you're going to do just fine. But sometimes you don't need to, right? And this was one of those cases where you didn't need to throw the high main.
Coining out the gastropod?
I think so too. It could get punished by pain, but in a lot of cases, coin gastro is going to work out.
Job done.
Oh, no, he's not very happy.
Welcome to the exhibit.
Alright, at least kind of get rid of the... He gets rid of the snail in a somewhat decent fashion then.
Yeah, he doesn't have to sacrifice too much into it.
Yep.
Beetle.
Beetle killed the cleric.
Oh, wow. Oh, we can silence that. So is it probably better to play Hatchet now, yeah? With the Jewel Macaw and just double trade?
Why don't you say it out loud for me? Like, what's the board state in one play? What's the board state in another play? It's a good exercise here.
Well, yeah, the board state will be a lot better if I play the Iron Beak Owl. It will have the 2-2 and a 2-1.
It's not a lot better, because you are getting your Hatchet out, right? Hatchet is also board state. But I think it's a lot harder to get value from your Owl than it is to get value from your Hatchet. So I think Owl and Kill It for free is fine here. Because next turn it also opens up Animal Companion plus Macaw for good mana usage as well. If you go for Hatchet Macaw here, you're almost guaranteed to flow the mana next turn. That doesn't mean that Hatchet won't be better, but we'll see.
Mummy needs 5 more.
What does this do? Give it friendly minion. Okay.
It's pretty annoying.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is this board worth multi-shot. I don't think so.
It's the same exercise as always, right? What's the board gonna
Yeah.
look like with one play? What's the board gonna look like with another play?
Yeah, so in that case, it is gonna be multi-shot for sure.
Yeah, I would play multi-shot. Because if you Animal Companion, you're pretty all in on Leok.
Okay, so priests have that one new card that deals 1 damage to all minions. Do you play around that or?
No, I would make him Scorcher here. Because, I mean, if I trade off the Owl and my reward is to have a 2-1 Beetle left, you know, whoop-de-doo, right? I don't care.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was actually a really solid use of the thing. So we're quite happy.
Multi-shot?
Yeah, that was a good multi-shot. Yeah, Companion's fair. Let's start with that.
You're gonna raise your maul and get 1 fury and hit him for 8. Seems good.
So what could he play next turn? It could be quite awkward if we go raise him all here.
Okay, well he could get Holy Nova would be pretty bad for us.
Holy Nova, what else?
What 6 drops do priests have?
It's not necessarily 6 mana. Could have Mass Hysteria too. What I'm saying is that we could invest our mana into the Razor Maw and maybe lose it all. Or we could invest our mana in a Hatchet and keep a Hatchet for sure. It also means that you can go high main on curve and adapt your high main afterwards. So I think it's a little bit more reasonable to play Hatchet. Go face with the board, hold the weapon for now.
Okay.
So killing priests, it's not about going as fast as you can, because if they have the good answer, you just run into a wall. Killing priests...
Do you want to smack him in the
No,
face
I
for
wouldn't.
2?
Not yet, not yet. Because you're gonna high main next turn, right? Like you're not killing him in 3 turns, and if you are, then he's not doing anything, and it's fine anyway. So it's about slowly building up a board state that's really hard to deal with. It's not about going all in, pushing as much as you can, and then running into 1 Mass Hysteria.
Yeah, I know.
This also means that you have your weapon out on the high main turn.
Oh wow. Okay.
That is quite specific.
I'm dropping the high main for sure this turn, right?
I agree.
Okay. So I'll kill this with my face and a 2-1.
Which 2-1 are you putting in there?
The owl.
I think I'd use the Beetle for Shadow Mana so he can't steal the armor.
Oh, okay.
Specific, small thing, really, honestly.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
that
yeah.
Normally, if that's a River Croc, you hold the River Croc, right? But specifically, I don't want him to steal our armor.
Trading the am I trading this buffer?
Nah, I think we jam here. I think we jam. I can't see that much that he does with the 4/3. That's worth 4 damage.
Okay.
Especially given what we are threatening here with Arcane Shot in hand.
Oh. This guy is just stealing our entire deck.
Let's see how it works out for him. He's like, Monka,
Yep.
I mean, if he doesn't heal his face, he's dead to the hand. If he does heal his face, he's maybe dead to the hand. So.
Okay. We're getting Wind Fury, right? We're winning this right now.
There's 2 rolls, so yes. Raise
Yeah,
them
plus
all.
3 or yeah.
Raise them all is fair.
Okay. 13. We can set him at 1. But that's not enough. We can play just drop the Fan Creeper and get 1/1, go full face.
I think I'd pick the spores to begin with, right? I don't think we go 1-1 because 1 health or 2 health is the same, right, for a hero power.
Yeah.
So let's start by picking spores.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to Fen Creeper. I think the hero power is quite good. I think I would just play the Macaw, see what we get.
You got a legendary.
I like just hero power, play the Zavas, and then all phase. I don't think you even kill the minion with your phase. So phase goes phase 2.
It's 1 turn off plague, which is pretty good.
Yep. And this also means if he screams, he's dead. So. Wow.
Yeah, he's
Whoa,
dead.
did he have that? Did he not want to? Oh, he had that.
Yeah,
That is not
he
his
had
top
that
deck.
in his hand.
He did not want to entomb the high main earlier. Isn't Arcane Shot lethal? No, it's only 2.
Oh, let's see so with the weapon and the hero.
No, I mean it is now, but they're talking about previous turn. So.
Yeah, no, previously it was set him at 1.
One of the most annoying things you can do for your opponent is to hold back a little bit. Not too much. Not too much in that you give them a lot of room to work with. But if you hold back a little bit, right? You don't give them the perfect Nova. You don't give them the perfect Scream. It can get really annoying for the Priest. Whereas if you go all in with the Razormon and he has the Nova, he might stabilize.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true. Just keeping the gastropod and an animal companion here.
Unlike Priest, high main doesn't do that well against Rogue because of sap. So yeah, I would keep the companion and the gastropod here. Against Rogue, it's much more about how do we not die rather than how do we kill him. Against Priest, it's much more about how do we kill him.
You just drop the Mermy, or do you want to play
So
the Beetle?
pretty good hand to coin here, right? I think we coined a Beetle.
Yeah.
We're good. We got 2, 2, 3. We got 3 draws to find a 4-mana card. Or even a 3 and a 1 could be okay there. It's because the Beetle gives more chance to the Gastropod to live. Right? If the Gastropod lives, he can't just drop a Spider Tank or a History buff.
Sure. Gastropod face.
Yeah, Gastropod and face. I like poison minions into turn 3. Turn 3 is where the power spike happens. That's where the Tar Creeper comes down. That's where the History buff comes down. So. That's where the Candle Taker comes down.
So we can just silence that, or we can play the Hatchet and kill it, and play the Mermy.
It's interesting, yeah. I think we go for Hatchet and Mermy, but was pretty close.
Okay. We're keeping the poisonous, yeah?
We're keeping the Gastropod.
Yeah. Just to make it more awkward then.
This was close. Was a decent battle.
Yeah.
It's better against Fan. It's better against anything that deals with the snail.
Animal companion.
Yep.
Alright, I'm going face then. I'm gonna trade. I don't mind taking 5 damage here, right?
No, we should. We should. Mainly for Scorcher. You don't want to kill off your Mermy.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Plus he takes 2 extra damage, he's gonna dagger that down. Or 1 extra damage, rather. That's really yuck.
Someone else playing as well. Cause like I could just hear like someone like on a mechanical keyboard the entire time, like. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's just I like calling it out so people in chat are like, okay, thank you. All right, that's happening. All right.
All right.
But it's good. It's no problem. So what do you
I
want
like
to do
just
here?
dropping the Fen Creeper, just protecting our minions and going face.
I think Fen far left, yes, but face and Mermy into the 4-3 is pretty good. So I do that. So Fen far left, face and Mermy into the guy push 2. Because if you go full face here, what happens if he has removal on the Fen? he gets a premium trade into your Leok. That's not good, right?
Yeah. Especially with the rogue having sap and things, easy tools to open
Plank,
up.
you know. They have ways around that, and you would get a really good trade. So here, yeah, we both have a very, very different outcome here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You've dealt 2 extra phase. I have a Leok. So.
Do you want to play the scarab? See what how
Yeah.
we get.
I think you're almost always gonna go Razor Maw, but then that means you go Scarab first.
Oh, another animal companion.
Yep. AC is fine. And then
Play it or Razor Maw.
no, I like the Razor Maw.
He's getting pretty low.
You can put the yeah. This is interesting. The positioning is a bit weird.
Yeah, I think I should have played the Razor Maw on the far right.
It's gonna be okay. It's not that big a deal. You could pick
+3?
damage. Yeah, damage and hero power here is pretty good.
'Cause
I
he's
think
getting
the
pretty low.
positioning ends up being okay because you pick damage on Leok. You probably don't want the Razor Maw in the middle. So.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. If I put him on the far right, I'll probably choose like the untargetable or something. Okay, so we. Oh, okay. Animal companion. See if we get a huffer, or even damage is okay. We can always silence the 5/2.
Yeah, I. Okay.
Wait, we can use multi-shot?
Yeah, we can. That's why I'm thinking.
Because before you
Yep.
weren't able to use it. with
They
this.
changed multi-shot and cleave.
Alright, yeah.
I'm just looking at it because it's weird if we don't hero power, but I think Animal Companion's fine. We can go for it.
To my side.
I think multi-shot is okay here.
Yeah, multi-shot push phase.
Moves quickly.
Trade with face.
Preserving the Owl is better. It deals with Carted Defender. It deals with Tar Creeper, whatever taunt he had in mind.
Yeah. I'm so glad that 4 mana. Okay. You remember that 4 mana card? What was it called? That summons 2/3 taunt.
A 4-mana card that summons 2/3 taunts.
Yeah, what was it called? It was in
Oh, Serenade Chain Gang.
yeah, Serenade Chain Gang. And he had like 2/3 cards left in his hand, and he played Hazali, the legendary that gives him the 1/1 rushes, fills his hand.
Let the hunt begin.
And then he turn 9, he dropped the 9/6. So I'm just getting rid of the worm, yeah.
So Tortoise stays.
I don't know about the alpha, yeah. It's kind of a condition. That's not a really good card. to
Yeah,
drop
I
on
just
turn.
keep the Tortoise for me. Hakar? The blood thing? Is that the one you mean?
No, the 9/6 that dies and buffs your hand.
Oh.
Yeah, he played that, and then like, I just kept freezing his board. I got lucky. I got a lot of random spells that
That's
freeze,
bad.
and then he plays another Hazali. Just when I thought it was over, he plays another,
And then another
And-
Rubisat. Bam.
and then I had to kill the 9/6 and there was. So.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
I killed a guy yesterday by using Grifta. Give him Hydra. He plays Hydra. I play Hazali for the guys and I rush, kill him. That was pretty good.
Nice.
That was some long term. That was the long con there.
Tortoise, yeah.
Yes. Tortoise into Houndmaster. That's how we like to do. Don't kill it. Oh. And this is why we like a little bit of Houndmaster cheese. Let's go.
Are we killing the 3/4 or are we going face?
I'd kill a 3/4 first because if you don't, Polymorph might be an out for him. Now, even if he has a polymorph, it's still not that good. Also, silence, right? What about the Katrina duel? Yeah, that's also fun. That's also fun.
I'm thinking of just playing the tiger, honestly, and going face.
Yeah. I'm looking at Wild Tamer and I'm seeing if we can get 2 tigers. Like, it would involve doing something like plated beetle, stone skin. So yeah, this is where my train of thought is going right now, right? Initially I wanted to go beetle stone skin for face. Then the problem with that is if he finds a way to deal with the Houndmaster and deals with the plated beetle, I don't really have a way to deal 1 damage back. But I like having the stone skin on board right now, so he can just jam, you know, a big boy or even. Yeah, I think I like it more. I think I would play the small beasts, the stone skin and the beetle, and then push 4, and then see if we can get Wild Tamer on either a tiger or a croc or a worm. Because against mage, a lot of it is not running out of cards because they're going to deal with your board, right? He might even go like Flame Ward, ping the Basilisk, go face or something here, and then running out of cards is a real thing. So
we do know he has a secret, so
we know he's got entity, so potentially holding on to Mermy could be worth it, yeah. But this is almost just like stylistic, right? Like, you can play with a different coach and he's like, oh yeah, tiger face, easy, right? What are you thinking about? So it's entirely possible that other people do this different. This is just my approach to dealing with the situation.
No, it seems reasonable. Yeah. It's very reasonable.
So yeah, this
Especially
could be, is he just gonna smack face? Kind of know what it is then, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's the new secret that, you know. So, are we not smacking face, or are we just holding on to these guys?
I think we're happy putting Basilisk into his 3/3, right? We can start with that. See if he's splitting images. No.
We're pretty sure it's Flame Ward, yeah.
Pretty sure, yeah. I think you do push 4. I think you give it to him because it's going to be annoying otherwise. So then now that we know that, how do we proceed?
Okay, do we want to copy the tiger, right? We could play a 1/3 or 3/3.
Well, the Jewel Macaw is going to put a beast in your hand.
Oh yeah,
that's the right.
Yeah,
I think you do start. No, I think you actually just play Wild Tamer and Dragon Slayer and just have 2 things. I think it's fine. Yep. But take the 50/50, right?
Alright, we got tiger.
So now we got 2 tigers, right? Now I feel a little bit more comfortable about not running out of cards, and tiger is pretty good in a mage matchup. Pushed. Oh, perfect. I'm gonna be able to push face here.
Alright. So tiger hero power or
tiger hero power, smack him. You did it. He knows which one, right? Now you gave him the full confirmation that, oh, this guy has another tiger. So play the one. Yeah, no, I mean, it's fine, right? Like I said, I don't care. It's just purely for coaching value. Always use the one that got copied, not the actual copy.
Yeah.
That could be the entity. We'll see. All right. I think we're...
Might be Vaporize, might be Ice Barrier.
I think I played the Jeweled Macaw first. I think there might be some things that happen, right? Get a little bit of information. Might get a Razor Maw, get lethal and stuff. Okay, so now at least we know it's that.
Okay. Nesting Rock, face, hero power.
Face, hero power, yes. And then let's talk about which one happens. So, face, hero power. So if you play the Nesting Rock, it's because we're afraid of dying here, right? We've got 22 health, he's got 8 damage.
Yeah.
I don't think it happens. So then, with a silence in your hand, I just go Tiger. I think Tiger gives us the highest chance that we kill him next turn. Because if we play the taunt, there is a world where he clears the board and
Okay.
he heals, or I mean, we win in a lot of cases, but I think it's a tiny bit safer to go for the tiger.
Let the hunt begin. Bring it on.
So, how do your turns look like? When are you playing what?
So first is turn 2, probably Plated Beetle. Turn 3, hopefully maybe a 3-drop or.
So you're keeping a gastropod for turn 4?
Turn 3 maybe if I get a 1-drop. We do have a couple of those.
I think it makes more sense to just keep the beetle and hope to get the 1-drop on turn 1, right? So I would just keep beetle. I would throw the gastropod and the direwolf. So it might look a little bit weird because gastropod is probably a better card than beetle is, but beetle has 3 health and hunter deals damage so easily right now. They have hatchet, they have desert spear. Those are 2 very easy ways to kill a gastropod. So I like having the beetle instead, and then not keeping the gastropod to increase the chance we hit a turn 1 or a turn 3 play.
Okay. Animal companion.
66% chance to be pretty good, so I'm gonna hope for it. Yeah.
Yeah, if I get hover, it's.
Don't say it. All right, there we go.
Okay. Trading. 2-1? Or 2-3, sorry.
Yeah, there we go. This is perfect, right? Because the guy gets damaged. Now we have a 1-3.
Yeah. It's really good, actually.
Yeah, if you hit the Misha, it's also quite nice. You just kill the hoarder for free. But Leok is pretty sweet here. Misha was still pretty good. This is really good, and Huffer was, oh my god, bad.
Oh. Arcane shot. Okay.
It's kind of inefficient, so not the worst.
Okay, so the 1-3 is going to the 2-1 for sure.
Technically, if you're going to adapt, you would do that first. But I don't think you adapt. I think you play Basilisk, so
Yeah.
1 and 3 goes in. Basilisk far right, go face. So when I'm looking at this hand, I'm like, I wish he had 5 mana for Scorcher, because that would be so much nicer. Because then you can hit him with the Slayer next turn, right? But he doesn't, so it'd be nice if we find a way to preserve Dragon Slayer this turn.
Oh, wow. Oh, we can preserve it.
That we can.
Alright, are we razor mowing the Leok or raising mowing the Tortoise?
You tell me. Could even raise him all the Basilisk if you want. So
3, 2, 1.
I do think we're not throwing it on a Leok. So I think you can put Basilisk into the 4-2. You can put the 2-4 into a 1-1. Then we can look at the boards. So for Tortoise, it's only Taunt, right? But Basilisk, we could get Divine Shields. We could get Health. We could get Death Rattle. We could get Stealth. You see there's quite a list of things that would be good. And Tortoise, it's pretty much only Taunt that we're looking for, right? So I would Razor Maul the Basilisk here and try to find one of the things I mentioned.
Divine Shield?
Yeah. Baited Arrow is still a little bit awkward, but so be it. Yep. If we go for can be targeted, he'll just Baited Arrow the 4-2. So I suppose what we did here was versus Baited Arrow, we saved the 4-2 because we adapted that.
Oh. We can just go full face here with this Rocketeer.
Yep, Rocketeer and give it to him. Oh, that was some really awkward explosive shot positioning. I was like, wow. I was fine with anywhere but there. Anywhere but there. So try to pay a little bit more attention to that when you're playing on your own. Be like, all right, where does it go? What am I playing around?
Usually when I'm playing on alone, I do pay attention to these things, but I'm just like, oh, this is go face. This is go.
You were in the moment, right? It's a smork
I was
moment.
definitely hunting at that moment.
I cannot be bothered with these small details. Yeah, hero power, play the Slayer, play the Gastropod. This should be over.
At last, a worthy fool.
That Leof just snowballed the game out of control.
Yeah, MVP for sure.
Well fought. I can see.
Rexa versus Valera.
Watch your back.
Let the hunt begin.
I see you took the liberty of getting our mulligan done.
Oh yeah, there was just there was the Crocolisk and the Reckless Rocketeer with it, so I just
That seems pretty
threw them
obvious.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. This is pretty straightforward.
Just jam a 3-2, my man. Come on. Fairy Dragon, go.
Just do it. And Fairy Dragon, and we top deck Dragon Slayer. Let's go.
That would be a little greedy.
Choose soon.
Big shot, pointy teeth.
Okay, so Hatchet, Arcane Shot with 2/3, kill it with face, trade 2/3 into 2 into 1/1.
Yep. Really hoping that our beast sticks for Handmaster.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Yep.
Houndmaster trade.
Yeah, you don't want to. This would be the same thing, right? If you don't trade here, he can go like 2-drop Eviscerates, trade into your Houndmaster. Would make things a lot more awkward. It's not always trade, but you want to look at, okay, what could my opponent do if I go face? And like versus the priest, I was like, nah, this is easy face. And
Oh, fan.
that's not too bad. A rogue with backstab, SI, was just kept on the back foot. That's quite the accomplishment already. So that's
Okay,
not a
let's,
bad spot to be.
Scarab.
Yeah, Scarab for sure.
See what we get. Mukla. That's interesting. Alright, Desert Camel. Can get Worgen, Remy, or Joka. Well, he also gets one drop.
So what do you want to do here?
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna take the Mukla, honestly.
Yeah, Mokla, play it, jam it, and give it to him. We're gonna jam a high main next turn, so this is good to pressure him. He might even try to be cute here and sap the Mukla for more bananas, and then we get that out of the way for high main.
Yeah. And even if he does play his bananas, we gotta silence if we really need to.
Oh, this makes no difference, right? I mean, we take one
Yeah.
extra damage, whoop-de-doo.
Ooh, we just jammed the high main for sure.
Yeah. And then face into the guy, one into the guy, 5 face.
This is a really bad position for him.
Some good pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see how it's ever tempo SI when your hand is backstab SI. You did something really wrong then. He coined out a crawler. I don't know, that was weird.
Yeah, he played an SI when he had a backstab in hand.
He could have even gone for backstab coin SI on the guy, right? Like he just didn't want to do that. It was too annoying for him. He didn't. That was beneath him, right? He didn't want to do that.
Yeah. Crackling the King Mukla.
Crackling far left, buff the Mukla, yeah.
+3.
Yup.
We're dropping the Direwolf.
So
Are we dropping the Basilisk Clear Power?
Direwolf's probably fine. It's like a hero power. So you could put it in the dead center, I think. Buff those guys.
Yeah.
And then Basilisk far left. Well, let's first see how much damage we're dealing. Okay, no, it's fine, it's fine. You can hold the weapon charge. I don't think it's necessary. I was gonna see, do we want a hero power? But I think getting Basilisk down makes more sense.
No.
Give us the money. Don't try anything.
He's like,
You're
come
not gonna
on,
get me.
Zephyrus. Doesn't do anything. It's a lot harder for them to deal with it.
Let the hunt begin.
This is the gastropod.
Yep, just the Gastro. Is Animal Companion better than Jewel Macaw first pick? It could be, yep. First pick, probably.
Job's done.
Depends on what you get from the Jeweled Macaw, right?
Forehead.
Forehead, for sure. I'm just gonna drop the gastropod.
Yeah, at 7 and 0, I expect this to get Stormforged Axe, but you still have to pay that tax.
Tortoise.
Yep. And then top deck the Houndmaster, please. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be pretty nice. In the ideal world.
Let's see if I taught you anything here. Oh.
Sorry I let you down.
I guess that's reasonable.
Macaw first.
Yeah. It's a bit early to start hero powering.
It's not too bad.
That fills the curve. Yep. Just boop it and pass.
Of course he gets spell time. Nesting Rock?
Yeah, and I do think you kill the totem with your face.
Yeah. He has 3 mana next turn?
Potentially 4.
Yeah, with the coin, yeah.
Froggy. That
Just
could
have him up.
do worse against our deck. So.
Direhorn.
Yep.
+3 health.
Yep. Seems fine. I was just looking if Divine Shield would be more annoying for him, but he can always sacrifice the Worgen for the shield and not take the damage, and then you just
Lose one health.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
But it's always good to have a quick look at it.
That's kind of a strange trade, but okay.
I think he saw the 1/1 totem and he's like, ugh, Scorcher. I guess I'll sack it. I think that's the thought process there.
Oh, Baited Arrow?
So Baited Arrow puts a 5/5 on the board, which is not bad, but you could as well Tiger if you wanted the 5/5. I think the mana usage is probably fine here. We can use our 5 to kill his 2/5, face on the 2/1, and then just go Basilisk Bone Wraith. That's still pretty difficult for him to deal with.
Positioning doesn't really matter against.
No, they don't have Avalanche. We don't have Nefersed Ritualist or Fungal. I don't think it matters in this matchup.
I hope he doesn't have that 7 mana card. That, 5 damage plus 2 damage, was it?
Earthquake, yeah. Yeah, Earthquake deals with anything. Oh yeah, we do have a
Arbalest.
dire wolf. Yeah, sorry, positioning matters a bit. Sorry. What were you gonna do?
Carclus, 3/3. Good face. Or we can play the Tiger, Hero Power, Tiger, Jewel Scarab, and trade the 1/1 into the 3/3.
I think I want to do something even different. I think I want to put the shield into the totem and then just go Tiger Hero Power push 2. Because I don't think this Phoenix is worth either our shield or our Pit Croc. And the 2/4 is plenty annoying right now.
Quickly.
I'm just slowly sniffing them out here. No, Hero Power. Like, we've kind of started our push now, right? Started our push now, so
Brothers,
Oh wow.
that could be a better hit. Calamos is in, right? Yeah. Calamos is in.
You get a lot of good cards with that. Wait, Calamos is in this meta?
I think Servant of Calamos and Calamos are in the same set, so I think that's an easy way to remember. So you could deal 3 damage AoE next board.
Are we hitting the 4/5 with the Crit Carclus?
We're getting
Or are we
really
putting-
close to killing him, so
Or
I
1/1 in and
think
fight
I'd-
face?
I think I'd probably go for Scarab and just take it slow. See what we get.
Kill Command. That's really
Kill
good.
Command sounds pretty good, yeah. Andy, thank you for the 31, man. Welcome back. Yeah, we can take the KC for sure. So now what?
5/5, 2/1 goes face, kill the 3/1 with the 2/1 weapon.
So 1/1 into the 4/5, yes. Fen Creeper, yes. Hero Power, yes. Face with your minions, yes. I'm just not sure if we even bother killing this thing. Oh, okay, I guess we are. It's because you have so much damage, right? I'm not even sure that killing the Phoenix is right. Because what you're playing around is Earthquake. And if you put your face into his face, he goes to 9. That's close.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've
3
got
mana
about a
off,
million damage here. So you could just put the Basilisk and the 1/1 in, go face with everything, and then throw the reach.
Yeah.
Because the healing is not more than your board, so it's better to pop it.
Yeah. Skill Command.
let's go.
I saw your follow, Shady Cats. So it's funny. It's very coincidental.
Wild Tamer.
So this is where it starts to get a little spicy, right? This is hard to coach because it's more gut feeling. This is not an exact science, but my feeling is we are about to be matched up with an 8-0 Hunter. I feel like we're punching a little bit above our weight. I don't think our deck is 8-0 worthy. It's not bad, but you know, these guys are going to have Desert Spears. These guys are going to have all the good stuff, right? So I'm thinking we need to have a good hand here. So I think I would full mull and I would look for our Basilisk. I would look for our Tortoise. I would look for a 1-drop. So that's specific. If we're 0-0, I'll keep the Wall Tamer. Just have something to play. At 8-0, I need good stuff. Because I feel like a mediocre opener will not do versus an 8-0 Hunter.
That's true.
Got the Macaw, so we do have something for turn 1. The rest is a little... It could work out, right? He could play a bunch of silence targets, like the Candle Taker. Alright.
We got the Oregon too.
I think now Worgen makes more sense, because if we play the Macaw, it's easier for him to interact with it, right?
Yeah, especially...
This is a different matchup than with Rogue, right? So, versus Rogue, if he has a 3-2, he's going to dagger. If Hunter has a 3-2, he's really sad that he has the hero power or feed it into the Worgen. So, those are two different things.
Macaw?
Probably. I'm just taking a moment. Yeah, Macaw's fine.
Okay. We're holding the 2-1, right? We're not gonna
Well,
have it.
Desert Spear would be phenomenal if we reveal, so we're not revealing. It's just that after he Desert Spears, we're not going to get the charges on the Headhunters, which is a bit awkward. But our hand is a little trash. The 1-drop was great. I think we pass, as awkward as it is. The hand doesn't support coining early.
Yeah.
Get these off of me!
That is fine.
Oh, came back. Look at that. We have really trash beasts, but okay,
Not so good right now. Yeah. So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking just we can play the hatchet and just kill it off, or we can silence it and then kill it off.
I think Hatchet, kill it off, and hold it to 1 stealth is fine. This is also hard to teach, but it's a feeling, right? As well with your hand. Look at your hand. You don't have a lot of playables. So you want to try and play as slow as you can. Because if you play fast... Oh my god, this is phenomenal. So if you play fast, you're more likely to be running out of options. Now, if your hand is full of playables, it's fine to play fast. Because you ask your opponent, hey, can you keep up with me? Right? I'm going to go fast here.
Yeah.
But if your hand is not full of playables, if he answers you, you're screwed. So I like holding back a little bit. Yeah, breaker that, use your...
Magic shall not save.
yeah, I think we still use face. And I think this is also important to hold, because... Why is it really important to hold here?
Well, we just don't want to get punished, right?
Yeah, but what is a card that he might have that hits a lot harder here if you reveal?
Well, we have the 1/3 weapon.
No. There's a specific 5-mana card that's a lot better here if you reveal.
My mind's blank, so I'm running anything.
Baited
So
arrow.
explosive
Baited
shot?
arrow is a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
worse if you reveal. So I think you hold. So I'm just trying to get you into the habit of thinking, okay, what could my opponent have that makes this better or worse for me? And baited arrow specifically is a lot worse if you reveal the Worgen. Scorcher kills a 2-1. Yeah, that's the same though, right? You missed 2 phase. Whoop-de-doo, right? It's not that big a deal.
Ordinary adapt.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. How does this work?
I was thinking, is this worth silencing?
Well,
You could have.
I'm
like, a
more
highway
looking
next
at this
to-
Wild Tamer. I'm thinking we might be able to get 2 Razor Maws out of her. I think we go Owl the 2/5, face the 1/1, double trade the 2/5, play the Tortoise. So you can start with that. So face into the...
we
yeah,
are coining.
yeah, we are fine. So face there, double trade, and then coin the Tortoise. Tortoise. The goal is to try and thin the hand a bit of beasts to double Razor Maw. The way how I look at it now, it might still be a toss-up for the Courser, right? But we'll see.
Okay. He's probably pretty annoyed with all the silences.
Oh, please don't have a damage as a hunter, although he's been waiting on that. Oh, what? Holy crap, his hand must be extremely
His hand is
scary.
probably like.
That is a whole lot of reach that he has. Okay. That is, I'm officially a little scared.
Yeah, me too. We're trading this in.
Yes.
That's happening. Okay. So we're dropping the high main.
Yep.
I think we drop the high main. Next turn we can play Wild Tamer, Razor Maw.
Well, Courser is a beast, unfortunately. So not 100%,
Oh.
but yes, probably. So high main, free kill, push 2, and pray. I'm assuming he has 2 kill commands in hand, right? If an 8-0 hunter chooses to push 2 there, it's got to be
Yeah.
something like Unleash and kill commands, so... Okay.
Okay, thank God.
Oh my god, he's still going downtown!
Okay, wow. Okay, we can like push a lot of damage here.
This is
If we get
interesting.
like 1 and 3. Lucky.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna play this myself if you don't mind, because there's a lot of counting
Yeah.
with Unleash and kill commands and stuff. I think the baseline is that we need to try for taunt on the high main, right? So I think we play Wild Tamer far right first to try and get to Razor Moss, because we want to play to Razor Moss. That's a 1 in 3 right now. Unfortunately, that's the worst one. Razor Maw far left on the high main, please. I feel like we are super dead. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go with +1/+1 damage.
Quickly.
So Unleash Kill Command's always gonna kill us, right?
You want to trade the 2-1 in first? Just.
I don't think it matters. I think we're dead. So Direwolf and sack the turtle, and then just push damage.
Okay.
Like, we're always dead here, I think. I think his hand is Unleash Kill Command. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 2. Yeah, whether you sack the owl or not makes no difference, right?
Yeah.
4,
Yeah,
2, 2, 5, 2, 2, yeah. Because if he has the KC, you're always dead. Why not play Wolf first? Because you want to adapt twice for taunt. And you can't afford that. Because the game is decided this turn, right? He either kills you or we probably win. So this is the turn where you try to not die to Hound's Kill Command.
We almost definitely win next turn if he doesn't kill us this turn.
We got a lot of damage, but I mean, with the weapon going face, it has to be Hound's Kill Command in his hand. I can't see any other combination of cards that makes him confident enough.
I think he was hoping that he would get at least one hover with the 2 animal companions. He's not playing that fast.
That would be very, very helpful. I don't know. If you Wolf first, the dance is higher to get another Razor Maw. Yes, and how much mana do you have? After we play Wolf and then... Oh, baby!
Oh, okay.
That
I guess
is really, really weird. I'll take it. Shimmering Courser wouldn't be bad against KC. It's not Cobalt Monk. Shimmering Courser is trash.
Alright, we have lethal.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the arguments for the Wolf first is troll or doesn't see it. I don't know. Whatever. Chat can explain. Depends on the other reach he has. It's just Pit Croc. Yeah, I guess one Huffer does do it.
Begin. Bring it on.
Just the Razor Maw?
Just the Razor Maw.
Okay.
So Fail Search says, I'm confused since its effect is that only you can target it with spells and hero power, so KC on face wouldn't have been possible. I mean, he doesn't want to kill command the Courser, he wants to kill command our face, so... I don't see where you're coming with this.
And do we just sadly drop the Razor Maw?
We do. And then we hope that it doesn't die against the 9-0 Hunter.
Yeah, okay.
So, Coin Spear, Hatchet, probably Coin Spear. We're due for a Coin Spear, I feel. Oh, okay. Oh, let's go!
Wow. Wow. The Hatchet doesn't really point. I gotta say.
Taking it to the bank.
Easy there.
No!
No, that's really bad for us.
Why must you have 4 damage?
Then it's just hero power, right? And trade.
That sounds pretty bad.
Yeah. You just drop the Houndmaster go face?
It's so awkward, right? But I think so, yeah. Houndmaster go phase.
Actually, yesterday I got soloed by one minion, the Jeweled Macaw. He got the 5/1 beast from Druid that adapts if you have 5 attack or more in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got that and he got Divine Shield on and I had no way to deal with it. And he just kept hitting me in the face for 5 every turn. That was fun.
Sounds about right.
Discover gold. We get a Hunter Secret. It's nice.
We would.
Okay, so I guess we just start off with Jeweled Macaw, yeah?
Yeah. Start off with the Macaw.
Oh, that's really nice.
It's not bad indeed.
Scavenger.
Yep.
Kill the 3/2
As long as it
face.
keeps out arrows.
We're not scared if he has like a war leader. Face.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's against the Geneva Code to kill Tiny Fin, so I think we're forced to go face here. It's just on a technicality here, only go face.
Yep. Peacekeepers. Oh, okay. That was. You drop either the tiger, which is more guaranteed damage.
It's pretty awkward. The freezing trap is really, really
Yeah,
good.
exactly. I was
Really
thinking about
good.
the freezing trap.
I would go for it. I would go for it because the rest seems kind of bad. So I would try to roll
Alright.
freezing here.
We got misdirection and pressure plate. Misdirection can go like if we're lucky, it could go really, really well.
I think you pick the explosive trap for guaranteed damage at the end, the way I were playing. And then it's pretty awkward, but I think I just Spellbreaker his guy and go phase.
Alright.
We're pushing damage now. We have Pit Croc for extra damage. We have explosive trap. We have Tiger.
Your magic shall not
Face, 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 face. Okay. Oh wow. Sorry.
Yeah,
I guess I should have said face, face. No, face, face, face. It's fine. That's probably where it was gonna go anyway, right? But we didn't want to. Now he's gonna be like, oh shit, he's full smork, right? So the explosive trap for me, it's guaranteed an extra hero power. What I'm looking at right now, I don't really treat it as anything else than that. Anyways,
Yep. No.
it's fine. It's fine. It's really not a problem.
Explosive trap, tiger. Yeah.
Tiger for sure, but then is it always explosive trap?
It's not always explosive trap, but
What does the math say here if we hero power him?
it's kind of the same. But at least you don't take 5 to face basically, and you kill off this 5/1.
That's assuming he attacks, right?
Yeah. I would assume he would, because hunters relatively don't have that much.
You know,
hero. He's kind of
I'm
like
probably okay with it. I'm probably okay with it. Usually, I'm a fan of the hero power to just have more damage. I think what gives it away for me is the 2 8-mana cards in our hand. It's going to be hard to play the explosive. Oh, does he have a Sai? Oh, he could pull a Sai from this. Should have insta-picked. I mean, bluffing a secret is very, very, very rarely the right move, guys. Very rarely.
Devil Sword trade face.
Yep. Devil Sword over Pit Croc, because Pit Croc is reach.
That wasn't the 4-drop he discovered, right? No. He just had Ascension.
Yep. All right.
He's dead.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
And we're also getting a fair amount of luck here. Last game in particular, our hatchet has come to the rescue numerous times.
So I'm thinking of keeping the Tamer and Razor Maw, and maybe duplicating the Razor Maw.
Yeah,
At all
it's
possible.
it's a hand that has potential. So it might just be play a Raptor into a Blade Master, or it could be popping off, which is what it's looking like right now.
Coin Gastropod.
Yeah, we are definitely popping off here. Especially versus a 10-0 mage. Taking it slow would not be the right approach.
Yeah, definitely.
We gotta try and muscle him out of the early game here. Yep, raise them all. get a shield, get health, destroy it.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh, we got a poisonous. Oh, nice. So, plus your attack.
Just damage and go face, yeah. It's a bit sad. Because you pick damage, even if he gets quicksand, it'll still die to the poison. So that's fine.
That's fine.
Yep. We're still going to be out on board. Our curve is magnificent, so it's fine.
Tortoise.
Yep, tortoise.
Let's go.
Yeah, you're going to have scavenger into maybe a wild tamer turn, copying high mains. Could be nice.
Oh, where's our silence now?
Yeah, breaker and trade would be really nice.
I'm thinking,
So
just play the scavenger.
it's
Go
between
face.
scavenger and basilisk, I would say. I think tortoise always goes face, right? I think we smack him for 3.
I wouldn't mind getting a second basilisk, to be honest.
I think we do play the scavenger, yeah. I'm just more concerned about what he does next turn. Because if he plays a generic 5-drop, a 3-5 does kind of poorly against it, and a basilisk does better. Sure. I think this might bait out a Scorcher, and then Dragon Slayer Wild Tamer is a really good turn.
Yeah. Do we hit him with 3?
Yes, definitely. Against Mage, phase damage is very valuable. Because at some point they will lock you out of the board, and then Hero Power will carry you. So, Scorcher, kind of, but not really. It is very tempting to make more high mains, so I'm considering that.
I mean, with the current board, we'll be left with the 2-2. If he doesn't have a secret. We can always baited arrow the
I
3-2.
think this is where we take it a little slower. I would just play the 3-mana cards here. Guaranteed 2 high mains is just going to be good. 2 high mains with a Houndmaster in hand, that's got to be good. So what I'm thinking here is he might secret, right? And then like secret ping trade, and then we bait it. And then the turn after, we might pull a small minion so we can high main. So.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
This is more a weak turn, but an investment for the future. Investment being having 2 high mains versus mage.
I wonder.
Because versus mage, versus priest, as long as you're not under too much pressure, high main is a really annoying minion to deal with. Perfect. Okay.
Let me in, man! It's my turn!
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh my god. 10-0 mage, arcane intellect last.
Nice, that's perfect.
Yep. There was also a world where you hold the Worgen, because our opponent likely has mage secrets with the flak mages in deck. But I think it's fine, right? That's why I signed off on it. It helps the baited arrow overkill. It helps clean up the 3-2, so...
Yeah, I mean, like, even if he does play secret, we were trading the 2-1 in to the 3-2, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's good to check for runes and mirror entity to have a small minion in your hand. So if you know your opponent's going to have a lot of secrets, sometimes it's worth to hold back on a small minion.
Yeah, that is true. We can just trade, then kill it off, play another high main hero power, or play the violet worm. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
can even bait it
I'm trying to figure out how he deals with what we have. I think if we worm, how does he deal with the board? Scorch, trade, blast wave. Still not that good. He needs a ping on the high main then. Yeah, I think trade worm is just really difficult to deal with.
He knows heal for 6, but
Yeah, that's always gonna happen, right? Unless we wait for our silence.
yeah, we don't have time for that. Not with another high main in hand and baited
Yeah,
arrow.
I like this quite a bit because it curves into baited plus Houndmaster. Now you could go high main hero power and then turn 10 worm hero power, but I think it's easier for him to deal with the high main than with the worm.
I think we just Houndmaster the 7/6 and go face. And baited arrow, maybe the 3/2.
Whatever you do not taunt the worm this turn, because then it's trade the worm AoE. So the worm will always have to hide behind the taunt. So reformulate a plan where the worm doesn't get taunted.
Okay. We can always baited arrow the 3/2 and then taunt that. Unless you want to taunt one of the 2/2s.
Yeah, this is an interesting board.
We can bone wraith baited arrow as well.
It's so weird, but I think we just bone wraith, trade a 2/2 into the 3/2 hero power go face. It's a little slow, but I don't think we need to put anything in here. Because my thinking is, if he doesn't do anything now, it's over, right? He's done. So the flame strike needs to come out. He needs to do stuff. He needs to do anything.
Like a blizzard or
Like I'm almost at the point where I want the baited arrow to go face. I don't necessarily feel like the 2/2 on the board makes too much difference.
Oh yeah, that's a good sign.
But that could have been a critical mistake, right? If you taunt the worm here, the poison guy goes into the worm and then he AoEs.
We hear your heart.
Yeah. I was thinking around the lines of taking care of 3/9, but now that I think about
Like
it,
it doesn't have taunt, right? If it doesn't have taunt, we don't care.
Okay. We could just Houndmaster hero power.
Yep. Now Master Hero Power, play the beetle, and then he's very likely to just die next turn.
I was looking if we had lethal, but
You're always a
Maybe
mana
one
off here. This is about the time where chat's gonna be like, lethal!
yeah.
Use the baited arrow face, you noobs. Oh my god, why am I watching this guy? He can't even count.
A warlock, huh? Okay. This seems like a very good hand. I feel like skipping all of it.
The only thing you could consider is throwing the Worgen to then coin Gastropod into Hatchet into
Yeah.
Animal Companion, which I think is fine. I think I'd actually throw the Worgen here to increase the chance we find a turn 4 play or maybe a high main or something. That's also fine.
Yeah. Just please don't play the 2/1. Okay. Okay.
Yep, playing the snail.
Hatchet killed the Mermy and
Full kill the Mermy. Yep.
yeah.
Make him have the damage.
He doesn't have Mortal Coil.
Oh, he might have it, he just didn't want to use it off curve. There we go.
Like Basilisk.
Yeah, no need to risk a 33% here. Also Leox sort of whatever, so. It's only Misha that's kind of good here. Oh, he trades. It felt like he was on the face train there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, this turn's pretty self-explanatory.
Oh, he has pretty good decks, to be honest.
Okay, so he's got a spell. Ooh. He's actually got the means.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, why is this happening to me? Oh.
I haven't seen this guy yet. He's got two faces. What face?
Just drop the tiger.
What's the plan? How are we getting this board back?
Thinking that we can drop the tiger this turn, and then Houndmaster it straight into the 5/5, kill the
So
2/1 with the 3/5.
You're holding back on the scavenger this turn or not?
No, the scavenger straight into the 2/1, so we can get some armor.
Then the demon kills your guy though. I think it's Tiger Chill or Tiger kill the 2/1 with your face, one of the two. I think Tiger kill the 2/1 with your face is fine.
Okay.
Just have a fun and interactive board of stealth minions, and the next turn you can have Master have a 7/7. Or Rock, or whatever makes more sense.
Man, this guy and his Murlocs.
He just popping off.
So, are we playing the Nesting Grog and trading 5/5?
So because he played History Buff, this gets a little trickier. Now there's a chance we might just use Rocketeer to kill the 5/5 and then free kill the fish with the armor guy and free kill the History Buff with the 5/5.
That works.
I think so. I think it's a tiny bit better. Because I want to kill all those things, right?
Yeah.
It gets us a bit of armor, it removes his History Buff, it removes his 5/5. It's not a glorious Hunter turn, not at all, but it's probably the best we got for now. And then hopefully we get a swing later on.
Yeah. What can we get with the Spirit? Okay. Well, at least it doesn't have a lot of attack.
Yeah, a bit weird that that's in his deck, right? You would expect that he's got a more aggressive deck. Oh, it's fine.
Yeah. I feel like we just play like a bunch of guys this turn.
I think you go Jeweled Scarab and find a deadly shot. That would be my play here.
Okay. We got a Trickster, Gorgon, and definitely not Magma Rager, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if there's any good Zola memes we can do. Can Zola Houndmaster later?
Zola Huffer, go face.
I think you do pick the Zola, yeah. And then I do think we cast Animal Companion. Oh, yeah, I think we have to. I think it might be a debate for Hellfire, but we don't have much choice.
Okay. Huffer face.
Yeah, Beetle face, and then probably get Hellfired. But if I wanted my opponents to play a lot of small minions, I would play a Wasteland Scorpid.
Yeah.
So I think Hellfire or Shadow Flame or something, yeah.
Yeah.
I get a feeling for that, right? I'm respecting this guy enough to say he's probably gonna do the same thing I would do. But we don't have a choice. We have to do it, we have to. So that sucks, but my Hellfire sense was tingling there for sure.
Okay. I think we kind of have to bait it arrow the 3/2.
Yep, baited the 3/2.
And play the Flesh Finger. Just so that can kill the 2/3, because the 2/3 won't kill the 2/3.
Killing the 2/3 is not my concern. Killing the 3/1 poison is. So I think you Cold Light Seer just because he then does not kill your Cold Light Seer, so it can go back into the poison.
Okay.
Yep. Feels like he's got Spellstone in his deck. He seems pretty happy to take that damage. Oh my god, yeah.
Maybe that's something
Disgusting
better.
Warlock deck for now. A little skill sling on his line.
Fine shield rush. He's trading. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't lose, right, if he trades. If he doesn't trade, we might cheese him.
I guess this just nesting rock houndmaster. That's the only way we survive, right?
Oh,
Actually, we don't even survive.
we're dead. We're very dead.
We're dead.
I think you throw fish at him, and that's about the only thing you can do. Or not. It's over.
No.
I will fight with honor. Let the hunt begin.
Okay, so I'm thinking just taking out the nesting rock. I want to keep that because paladins have a lot of buffs.
I think I would just keep Mermy here. I think if you're keeping Owl, it's sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy of, I guess I'll keep the Owl to hit a buff to try and get back on board, but then in the act of keeping the Owl, you are falling behind because you don't have anything to play. I think the silence is just something we gotta draw into, not keep. So I just keep Mermy and try to curve.
Okay.
A lot of arena is just, you know, get a good early, get a good mid game.
Yeah. Get good.
Get good. What is this mid game stuff? Where are my 3-drops? All right.
Life is an afterthought.
Wow. Okay.
So this is
Fucking A.
partially the reason why I don't like the 8s. But I think in the pack it was correct, right? But just imagine if this Pit Croc is a Fire Plume, right? Like, we are feeling way, way better. So what do you do here?
Do we arcane shot that? Because we're gonna. Looks like we're gonna take a lot of damage from it.
Just arcane shot and trade. Yeah, yeah. You're not in any position to negotiate here.
Yeah.
You
pretty
take what
much.
you can. Are we all Pepega for wanting to keep double ones? Yes, yes, you
Wow,
guys
tempo,
definitely are.
Al.
I don't know, guys. It's fine, I guess. It's okay.
Direwolf face.
Direwolf, yes. Face, I'm not sure. 1 damage is a lot easier to deal than 2 damage, right?
That is true, but it's not like I don't see anything that we can deal 1 damage with. Unless
Well,
it's gonna be
what I'm saying is, if our opponent has a bug collector here, and we go face, he can bug collector this and trade the direwolf, but he can't bug collector the direwolf.
Okay.
So I
you want
think
to
I actually pre-hit, yeah. And there's a good
know,
chance
we've
there's a
never-
good chance it gets punished, but I'd rather get the punish out of the way right now. I think it's pretty good. Hey, that's great. Looks like it might work out after all.
Alright.
Yep.
Everything the scavenger.
Yep, yep,
As
yep.
long as it keeps out arrows.
You know, in 12 games that we've played, we haven't even seen Hunter's Mark a single.
That might be true. That might actually be true.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, well, why would he summon a 1/1? Okay. Okay, I'm thinking of just dropping the Stranglethorn because next turn we can play Gastropod into Nesting Rock.
Tiger, yes. Kill the 3/1, yes. Whether we coin next turn, I'm not sure, because coin 8 drops will also be kind of nice. Killing the Eldor, right? Yeah, I know. Holding the stealth here could be cool, because you get to taunt a rock for sure. But it means you're taking 3 extra and potentially another 3, right? Oof.
See, that's the silence would have been really nice right now.
Yes, but we still have 2 in deck, and had we, you know.
Gastropod Nesting Rock.
Yeah, Gastropod, Nesting Rock, and trade.
Okay.
Job done.
Play play a dragon. Just do it.
Oh, it's really unlikely to play a Scorcher here, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we are hitting all the big boys here.
Reporting for
We're hitting the sick decks. Aldor, Spike Rich, then Vine Cleaver in the same deck. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Shoot the taunt, hero power. Not much to do. We're just gonna get run over by Vine Cleaver now.
Looks like.
Yeah, you can concede.
Yeah, I can
Alright,
see that.
let's try the other one. You're never winning
Yeah.
this game, no matter what.
Alexa versus Alira.
I always like playing against Rogue as a hunter.
You're back.
I just feel like,
hunt begin.
Sorry, can you
They
repeat,
just-
can you repeat that?
yeah, I like to. Oh, I always like to play hunter against Rogue because I feel like they always like take a lot of damage with
Yeah.
their dagger and they don't account for it.
I would say at the lower end of the matchups, that is definitely true. At the higher end of the Rogue matchups, that gets a little less true because they are also experts in avoiding damage early because they might just backstab your 3-2 and take a lot less damage that way.
Yeah. Hero power pass.
Yep. Hero power pass. Fairy Dragon, go. Have you seen a Terran? Yep. I have definitely seen a Terran.
Just dropping the Dragon Slayer.
Yep. And then he goes like, haha, coin Twilight Drake. And then we go, haha, Breaker.
My intern button's broken.
Oh, you haven't
Right.
done it here yet, so it means you disconnected. It should
No.
it should reconnect you in time, I think.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
And just pass. Yeah, if you hit the end turn and it doesn't do anything, that means it DC'd you.
Yeah.
I cast arcane missile.
No!
Dodge!
Why, my boy, why?
Damn it. They didn't dodge.
Need a scavenger draw here, so oof. Rough, rough, rough. Breaker face.
Breaker face.
Yep.
Your
Can't do much.
magic shall not save you.
Third time's the charm. Yeah, with this draw, I'm not exactly sure. Skip turn 2, Spellbreaker for tempo on turn 4. Not so great. Especially if he jams the Scorcher here, right? Trade the 4-3, face the 4-1, Scorcher, boom.
Yeah.
He's not doing it.
One.
Give us the money. Don't try anything.
That's potentially worse.
Give us the money, don't try anything. I mean, are you not killing our board? He's just reading the card. Crap, it's something with a lot of text. It's usually bad news.
Tiger?
Yep. What's the main reason you go Tiger here?
It's just higher damage. I feel like you can deal with his next thing that he plays. And then we can drop the...
No, that's not the main
Also, we
reason.
can multi-shot the 3-1, so...
Yeah, but Nesting Rock has better stats than Tiger. Why don't we go for Nesting Rock?
So many options.
Well, you can't sap the Nesting Rock.
Sap is definitely one that should be on your mind, but mostly so, and I'm really trying to get this here, right? The Plague guy. That's a huge thing in a Rogue matchup. The 4-mana 3-3 give a minion poison. If you go Nesting Rock here, that becomes a thing as well. So that's a
Yeah,
problem.
So many options.
That's
Do you
5
save the
drop, right?
breaker? No, you can't save the breaker control. Just get wrecked if you save the breaker. Such is Arena, game of tempo.
Yeah. So that's a 5-drop, the 3-3? Poisonous?
Plague Bringer, I believe his name is. I always forget it. It's like Plague Scientist, Plague Doctor. I think it's Plague Bringer.
Alas, a worthy fool.
Oh, he's going to the dagger, okay.
Oh, so close.
We had a 2-drop, that would have been perfect.
So
Do
what
we
do
still multi-shot?
Yeah, trade the dog, multi-shot, hero power. Against rogue, if you can remove, it's usually a lot better than developing. Because rogues are experts at removing your board. But if you remove their board, they get stuck with these cards like Valspine and Sap and Betrayal and all that. If you just play minions into their minions, they remove your minions and then go face. If you remove their minions and then they remove your minions, they're not going face behind it. So that's a lot better.
Okay. Please not the 2/5.
It is a minion with a lot of text on it. And this is where I feel like we lose the match. Because now he has that cat. Now that cat is going to get the poison buff. Now we're screwed.
Do we just play the Nesting Rock, or do we play the Fan Creeper with the dog?
I think you go Fen Creeper hero power. I don't see what the dog does for us right now. But I can almost guarantee you that he's going to poison the 1/2 here. So it sucks. It's either that or a Warbear.
The dog could kill the 1/2. I mean,
Oh, yeah. I mean, I live in a world where the Fen Creeper gets bodied here, no matter what.
okay.
I like having the rock to proc. I like having the dog to proc the nesting rock later on. Maybe he doesn't have it. An 11 and 2 rogue is now going to have something to kill this 3/6. I'd like to see that. Warbear, poison guy, plank, anything.
We can always just, be optimistic.
Oh my god!
Well, he doesn't have it.
It's a Christmas miracle! Still kind of bad, but not that bad.
Not too bad. Crocolisk killed the 2/5. I mean, if he does face tank this, it's still 5 damage.
He didn't have the answer for the Fen Creeper, but he could just pit croc and trade the cat now, right? Chat 1, Shady 0. Oh, if we're keeping score, I got bad news for you, chat. I
You
got
guys don't want to play this game.
I got
You
some
don't wanna
real
play
bad
this game.
news for you then, chat. Yeah.
I wonder.
It's not too bad.
Too soon.
It's a bit annoying. I take a lot of damage. Straightforward turn, I think.
Yeah, Hatchet, Alpha, Rock.
Yup. Not much to talk about here.
I didn't screw up the positioning this time.
Yeah. Firewolf makes it a little easier. I still find it hard to believe he has nothing.
Maybe he just hasn't drawn it.
I
I'm pretty sure he does have it in his deck. I mean, if he has it in his hand, he should be playing it, right? Oh, we actually drew the 100 mark. Look at that.
This is really nice with Scorcher, Mark. If you have that, that's a very fun combo on turn 7. Tortoise a bit awkward here, but it's put in a ton of work for us throughout the run, so don't regret it.
Too soon.
He's dead on board if he doesn't kill Nesting Rock.
Arena's full. Beat it.
Oh, that's fine. That's also fine. This is potentially lethal.
Yeah, Razor Maw the Pit Croc, see where we are.
Okay.
Oh my god, we actually hit it. Let's go, baby! Oh, It's a success story. No, wait, are we one off? 10, 14, 16, you're one off, right?
Or one off. Well, that's
Oh,
fine.
God. Whoa, whoa.
Whoops.
Oh, I didn't count it myself. I only figured it out midway.
I was just like, no, there's no
Little
way. It's
too
not.
enthusiastic. We might be dead now, my man. I would have maybe traded something. Alright. It's all good. It's all good. We got him, chat.
Got him.
Got him. Know where he can go. We got him. Shady sabotaging a 12 win. Wait, how am I sabotaging?
That's not his fault. That was my fault. I just rushed into it.
Everything is the streamer's fault. Alright, we're there.
Alright. You got it.
Easy chat.
Easy.